pessoal, está no NANANAING de hoje com a ilustre presença online dos meus gringos favoritos. Hello, Rebecca!
Hi!
Hello, Stefan!
Hey!
Eu peguei as músicas, eu botei no Google Tradutor, passei elas para cantar em inglês para eles, para ver se eles entendem alguma coisa do que vem aí. And later on, they will help us fix the songs. Vamos lá! The first song is Adeus, Velho. How can I put it in English? Farewell, oh dear. Goodbye,
yeah,
oh
farewell.
dear.
Yeah.
Vou cantar pra eles. Goodbye, oh dear. Happy New Year. Let everything happen in the year that we'll be born. Lots of money in your pocket, health to give and to sell. Where is my round of applause? See, thank you. Thank God I have the addition power. So lots of applause right now. Thank you. So does that make any sense for you guys? Goodbye, oh dear. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that part is good. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Okay, now we have que tudo se realize. It's hard for us to explain that in Portuguese. Let everything happen in the year that will be born. Does that make sense?
For me, it sounds a little bit like, man, anything could happen. Like, bad stuff, good stuff, like, let everything happen. I would be inclined to say it a little differently, I think. I don't know about you, Stefan.
Yeah, I think realizar kind of has this connotation of dreams automatically.
Yeah.
But happen doesn't necessarily have that connotation, so we need to kind of adjust so that we can.
So
get
please
that
do. Que tudo se realize no ano que vai nascer is wishing good things.
Exactly.
So may only good things happen, but of course that Google Translator brought us just let everything happen, so it's quite ample, like the meaning. So how would you adapt it?
I would probably say, may all your wishes come true, or may all your dreams come true in the coming year.
Yeah,
In the,
yeah, I was
in the
gonna-
coming year.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Is there any problem to say that in the year that will be born? Do you have songs? Are years born in English?
It sounds really poetic, I
It
guess,
does.
to say it that way.
We have this imagery in English as well of the old year being represented by an old man and the new year coming being represented by a baby wearing like a banner that has the new year on it. I think you've probably seen stuff like that, Stefan, right? Like...
Maybe, I don't know. That must be a Canadian thing.
Don't start with me.
No, please don't.
I don't know. I can't picture it, but it makes sense.
So to me, I think of that imagery when I see, oh, the year that will be born. I think of this imagery of the old man and the little baby. I don't know, I've seen like cartoons or something with that, so.
What about the idea of lots of money in your pocket as a wish that you become richer, that you have more money in the coming year? Is that something that you guys say in English, like lots of money in your pocket?
I think it sounds maybe a little bit simplistic, maybe to say it that way. You could say it that way in English, but I think for the new year, more common would be to say something like wealth and happiness or something like that.
Although we don't often like just say, oh, I'm wishing you wealth. So that sounds a little, I don't know, capitalistic or something. But you might see in like a card you give to someone over the holidays, wishing you health, wealth, and happiness, something like
wealth. How can you explain wealth?
I had to explain this actually like 2 days ago. I'm warmed up. I think that wealth is more influence, and if you say that someone is rich, it has a little bit of a negative connotation, like they're rich and they think that they're better than everyone. But wealth, I think, is usually a positive idea, the opportunity to have influence, maybe. But it definitely has to do with having money, more so than anything.
I feel like there might be an idea of class attached to wealth versus being rich. Like, oh, the Kardashians are rich, but the queen is wealthy, you know, something like that.
And the last line, health to give and to sell. I'm sure you don't have idea what this is about.
Yeah, I've never heard that. Selling health, I've never heard of that.
Something that you have so much that you can give it away, you can sell it, and you still have lots for yourself. That's the meaning.
Okay, I never heard that expression before.
Yeah, we would probably say like health to spare.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
How would you adapt this line of the song?
It would be something like wishing you plenty of health or wishing you good health. Just in general, I would say that.
It's good that when you correct those two lines in English, wealth and health, they rhyme.
Yeah, that's
True.
So we could have a new version out of it. But I'm not gonna play that because you don't deserve that. This torture session ends here. We can skip to our second song, the Syne song. And let's see. And so it's Christmas. And what did you do? The year ends and is born once again. Again, the borning thing. And so it's Christmas, the Christian feast from the old and the new, from love as a whole. I lost the tune. And so Merry Christmas and a New Year too. May who's happy know what is the good. I lost the tune, completely out of tune. Desafinado é um adjetivo que não tem em inglês. I'm out of tune. I'm desafinado. You don't have this word, do you?
You could say you're off key or out of tune.
Out of tune, but a single word adjective, one word adjective.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Desafinado. See? Okay.
It sounded very nice to sell.
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Syne recorded this song in 1995, and while I showed Rebecca first, Stefan, I hadn't shown these songs before. What was the discovery you made?
Well, when I was starting to look at the lyrics and translating them in my head, and right away I went, and so it is Christmas. And I was like, wait a minute, that's John Lennon. So John Lennon has a song called Happy Xmas that I think it was recorded in the late 70s, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 71. It's just after the Vietnam War.
Okay, so in the 70s.
Os links para essas músicas estarão nos comentários.
So yeah, I guess Syne did an adaptation of John Lennon's song. It strikes me that hers is a little happier than his is quite sad.
John Lennon had this post-war connotation. He brings up Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and other war catastrophes. But you know that Syne had this happier version. But in the end of the song, she still sings Hiroshima. Out of the blue, like. Nada, ela botou Hiroshima e Nagasaki no meio da musiquinha feliz. So let's get the lyrics analysis. So it's Christmas, and what did you do? The year ends and is born once again.
Same thing as the other one, right? This idea of the year ending, the new one being born.
Okay, that's fine, right? Yeah. So far?
Yeah, maybe begins once again.
Yeah.
But I guess we could say born. Yeah.
So it's Christmas, the Christian feast. What's the definition of feast?
Normally, like the way we use it in everyday parlance, a feast is like, oh, a giant meal. But I think archaically you would use feast to describe not a holiday, but...
According to Cambridge Dictionary, because I looked up, yeah, for religious events, religious festivals and holidays, you can use with religion involved. And Christmas has, right?
Exactly.
The thing.
But that might be technically true, but in modern practice, I feel like
it's awkward.
Nobody uses it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, feast is like a huge meal. That's it. So, in the lyrics is a festa cristã. Festa here, would it be translated as party?
Party, celebration. But that's strange to describe Christmas as a party, no?
Yeah, celebration seems good.
Yeah, I think so.
Celebration. From the old and the new, from love as a whole. Does that make sense?
It's a little, again, it could be poetic, but to me it's strange to say something is from love. Like you're personifying love? It's a little awkward to me.
Yeah, out of love, maybe?
Uh-huh.
You might say that.
What do you mean by out of love?
Well, if something is out of love, it means that it comes from love and it's done because of love.
Yeah, like, oh, I did it out of love. I did this because of love. Love made me do this.
That's good, because if we translate it, out of means fall out of love. You're not falling in love anymore, right?
Yeah.
So out of love with the meaning from love. That's good. That's good for our students. Então, que seja feliz quem souber o que é o bem. So the sentence in Google Translator was may who is happy know, but the meaning is whoever knows what the good is will be happy. I guess the meaning is more or less this one, but does that make sense to you guys?
Again, I could kind of see like where it's coming from. I definitely wouldn't ever phrase anything like that in English, I don't think. But I mean, you could say that you want someone to know what is good in life.
Okay, so now let's go for your song. Ah, damn it. Eu não ensaiei a música deles aqui, eu peguei só. This one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? Syne or Syne? Because I've heard both.
I think Syne sounds more natural. You don't really go like Syne.
Wikipedia said it should be Syne with S. However, the versions I heard, most people sang Syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. That's it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
I got it halfway. Okay, so what's the meaning of Auld Lang Syne?
So, as far as I know, it means for old time's sake, but it's in Scots. So, literally,
Scott. So it's uma música da Escócia. William Wallace, freedom.
So literally, I guess it's old long time.
Oh, long time. What's the idea of end of year here? What's the meaning of should an old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Like,
I would say the writer is questioning himself on that. Like, should you really forget the old people in your life and never remember them again? The other thing is, I haven't looked at the lyrics recently. I gotta look at the lyrics too.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the lyrics now. This one is like harder than the ones in Portuguese to translate. This is like
yeah, you
very
got a song from
weirdly-
Scotland. You barely change the lyrics and you sing it in the end of the year. And the Brazilians are the crazy people on the planet, huh?
I don't know why it's the New Year's song though, and I don't think people know the lyrics. People just go da 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 da.
People just go for the melody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we have a version that's like, he's here because he's here because he's here because he's here. And I don't know what that's about.
Okay, and we'll take, right in the chorus, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old. This is a drinking song.
Yep, it's true.
It sounds like it. I
Mugs,
see a cup.
giant mugs, pints of beer. Yeah! For old lang syne, my dear.
You can picture
Right.
guys like with their arms around each other going, "Oh."
Yeah, that's the feeling I have.
Exactly.
I take a cup of kindness yet. What the hell?
Well, to me, a cup of kindness could be a cup of alcohol, you know, like, cause it's something that's like, there you go, there's your cup of kindness, makes you feel good, right? But at the same time, I'm guessing it's a poetic.
But do you say the poetic cup of something? You drink something in English?
You can say like, oh, a cup of cheer, a cup of, like, we sometimes do say things like that.
Yeah.
And why kindness? Is this the feeling that bring people together? When you are kind to each other, by doing so, our old acquaintances won't be forgotten? Is that the point?
Maybe, like, and if you're wishing somebody a cup of kindness or saying somebody has a cup of kindness, then you want them to drink up something good. You're wishing them well, right?
Yeah, to me it's hard to take literal meanings from this song, but it gives me an air of, as a whole, of trying to start the year off with like positive social relationships, just like trying to put good vibes out to the people who you know, who maybe you don't even know them that well, they're just acquaintances, but you're just trying to put like good vibes out to the world. And so a cup of kindness kind of like...
Well, I have sent you a list of movies where this song is played. Famous scenes from famous movies. There's It's a Wonderful Life and When Harry Met Sally. And so there's famous New Year's scenes where Auld Lang Syne.
Classics.
That's right.
And I've sent a list of New Year's songs that you can put on your New Year's party playlist, but be careful because some of them are a little soft and pensive, so choose them wisely. Yeah. So like the video,
subscribe,
and hit the bell.